Hey, what's going on? This is another car review. I kind of say that tongue-in-cheek because I'm not really reviewing them. It's a video game. I don't know how much different cars can be in Grand Theft Auto. But anyway, I think this is my new favorite car. I never really cared much for the types of, what do they call them? Land yachts? Cars that are just so enormous and massive that the only purpose they serve is to just be a huge, expensive convertible. But again, as I've been saying, we have so much over-customization with the huge wings and tow hooks and dive planes and carbon fiber and this and that, that to me this actually kind of represents simplicity, just extremely expensive simplicity. So I'm going to get working on modifying it. And the wheels, again, when you have cars that are like this, that are very expensive, I actually think that it can get away with SUV wheels and even the gaudy ones. Like, that is not that terrible. I actually like the one piece, like the centerpiece, but maybe not an SUV. I may just go with that. I think I used this even for the last car. Maybe we'll try high-end. Will this yield any better results? No, see, the spokes are too tiny. I'll go with that for now. Again, I think I used this for the last car, but it doesn't really matter. So, the color. This is something I'm going to do that's special. We can do a turbo. A vehicle of this size needs all the power it can get, but for the paint, here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to do a custom RGB. That is a beautiful color. Because when you pay this much for a car, I don't know how much this is in the real world, probably 500,000-600,000. When you pay this much for a car, you damn well better have a color that nobody else has. There's a red that I saw. I'm gonna try to get to it. I think this should be around 150. And how do we get to that red? This is much lower. Can't remember what the actual code was. Yeah, there we go. Like that. Not quite pink. Not quite pink, but sort of like a very rich orange. Can we change that? There. That to me is a good looking color, but we're gonna have to change the pearlescent on it. Okay, so 107, 13, 3. 107. 13. And they should allow you to do this in GTA Online. Because there are colors that are in the middle that people want, and you just don't know it. Stop yelling. Okay, so that looks very good. Maybe the center color should have been different, but for now, let's just try to roll with it. And we gotta change the top. I think that's how this works. Okay, I like the white top. I'm gonna do... Is it too Santa Claus-like? Let's see. Can we even change the interior? You know, we'll just do a tan top. Yeah, I think that looks pretty damn classy. So we will upgrade the engine, the transmission. We're leaving the suspension alone. This thing is meant to be a boat. It's not meant to handle well. Actually, it does, which is funny. And we won't add any tint. As time goes on, the more cars I see with tint are actually the cheaper ones. So, let's get this going. How's our interior looking? Very nice interior for Grand Theft Auto, at least. And let's roll the top down. Again, not to reminisce, but I kind of feel as though this is a bygone era for Grand Theft Auto. Because it's no longer that type of game where when you're driving in it, You just say, I hope I don't get shot in the face by an AK, or I hope someone didn't plant a sticky bomb in the road. It's like you're trying to avoid aerial combat. You're waiting to see when the missile's going to come raining down on you. That's something I really miss about Grand Theft Auto 4, is it felt like real urban combat. I don't like this futuristic nonsense. Not just because, not just for the sake of complaining, but because it really does take away from enjoying little stuff like this. Nobody wants to be blown up constantly. I'll take being shot over being blown up. So again, this is a very, very nice car. I love the way it looks from the side, and what's funny too is it's basically just a giant rectangle. Not to undermine Rolls-Royce or the Grand Theft Auto, the people, the designers that have made this, but you can still have a great deal of elegance in something that's very simple. Because this is styled just perfectly. And it definitely is meant to be the Wraith. At first I thought it was the... what's the other one? The Ghost, but the headlights kind of give it away. Like, look at this thing, man. No one would ever think that this is a cheap car. The only car it reminds me of is, you know, we're going to make a left, the conceptualized Cadillac. C-I-E-L, the C-L-C-L, I don't know how you pronounce it. We can do launch control here. We'll see how fast this guy can go. Once these cars turn. Can we beat it? Oh wait, no, there's no train coming. It's not massively fast, but again, for a boat like this thing is not a boat. I'm undermining it. It's a tank. What's the inside look like when we're driving first person? It's huge, and I think you can get 4 people in it, which is great. No, 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 no. Let's see how quiet it is with the top up. Yeah, I know it's a nice ride, dude. I don't need you to validate my riches. There you go. So that's what we look like driving with the top up. I'm gonna go take it on the highway now, if we can ever get there. And people drive slow here, but I can't complain. It's Grand Theft Auto. They're driving the speed limit, so it is what it is. Can we hit 120 in this giant of a car? Let's see if we can do it. If we can hit 120, you know you got a good ride. Yeah, there you go, 120. I'll go into sequential now. Oh, it gets dirty so fast. I don't know why my game's been doing that recently. It's just always, the cars are just always filthy. It's not raining or anything, the weather's nice out. There's a little side road here we can pull off onto. Oh, sliding around. There we go. We'll put the top down again. Can we do it? How fast do we have to be going? I just don't know what the demographic is of someone that will buy this car in real world, in the real world, or in Grand Theft Auto. Like, it really is just kind of an old man's car. I think it is personally, because usually younger people don't dream of driving around under the speed limit in a drop top. But at the same time, again, if we had normal Grand Theft Auto gameplay that wasn't based around blowing people up, these are the only types of cars I would drive, because you look pretty gangster in them. I keep harping on that because it's like, you're not really afforded style or appearance with the way the game's played now. It's more utilitarian. Will I survive an airstrike? Will I survive someone droning me? I didn't get any compliments yet from NPCs saying nice car. You can modify a Mini Cooper and they'll start screaming that, but not a $500,000 Rolls Royce. Funny. Now, let's see if these guys say anything. Come on. What do you think? What do you think of the car? You're seriously calling the cops? They're all calling the cops on me. Are you serious? I own the construction site. That's why I'm driving this. You're all fired. Okay, now I think it's time to go on some twisty back roads. Let's see what we got here. I like the sequential. I wonder if in the Rolls Royce, A, if it even has a sequential, and B, if it's dual clutch, because some of these cars that you'd think would have it, like the Lexus LC500, I think they still have torque converters. So they shift better at higher speeds, but I don't think there's any real replacement for a dual clutch. I don't even think Ferrari transmissions, the old ones, the F1 transmissions, I don't even think they were dual clutch. Look at these guys. Let's see if they care about the car. Hey, cool station wagon, Chief. What do you think?
I don't care.
You don't care? You want to get in? Come on, hop in. I'm gonna chase you. Get in the car. Get in the car. Okay. Oh, what a nice road. But knowing how thin and narrow this is, I'm waiting for the NPC drivers to swerve into the other lane. Start screaming at me. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. Don't do it. Don't do it. There you go. Excuse me, buddy. I gotta get past you here. Whoa, huge bump in the road. We'll go first person. Don't want to hit any animals. Again, this thing could withstand any type of impact, I assume. There's actually very rarely people on it. Oh, of course, the cop has to spawn. I wouldn't mind the sirens if it wasn't always followed by a barrage of gunfire. Yeah, this thing actually handles really well. You can tell a difference in handling too. Just because it's Grand Theft Auto doesn't mean that, you know, all vehicles are the same. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, the paparazzis. I went off. Oh, I went off. I was distracted by the paparazzis, but thankfully I'm not famous, so they've got no story here. And back on the road. Oh, is that meant to be another paparazzi? It's like the little camera bag? Yeah, I think it is. Wow. Detail. I want to pull over and take a look at the car. The insides. That sounds very serial killer-like. That's not the way I meant it. Alright, let's see what we got here. Is there any love or DLC? TLC. Not DLC. Into the engine. Let's see. Alright, we'll check the hood. A little better, I suppose. The trunk, we'll do all. Nope, I closed that door by mistake. Alright. So it is good. Oh wow, it's a manual? The side looks pretty good. I mean, for a game this old, I guess they tried, right? Can you... Dude, are you serious? The door doesn't close. That is very strange. $500,000 for this. Are you kidding me? Has anyone got any Gorilla Glue? And does that door close? No, the doors don't close on the right-hand side. That is unbelievably odd. And there's the engine bay. Doesn't Rolls-Royce usually sign the engines? Okay, well, it looks alright. Now we're heading into the city at night. Why wouldn't we be? To show off our riches and how nice this car is. Got it cleaned up. There we go. Finally getting the respect I deserve. Oh, Tesla, huh? Hey, Tesla. Okay. They're kind of cool. No, don't cut me off. Oh, Maserati. I take the Maserati over this, to be honest with you. It's a good middle ground.
Oh my. Your car's not worth it. You look real sexy in that ride, honey.
Yeah, look at all these compliments I'm getting. I'm too rich to follow the laws of the road. Yeah, I think it sticks out. Again, the overwhelming simplicity of it, so it makes it such a good looking car. That Maserati's beautiful. Two of them. Gran Turismo, but the Grand Sport was better. Oh, wait a second. That's more my speed right there, Burger King. Is there a drive-thru? No, they don't have a drive-thru? That's kind of odd. Alright. Sound good under the tunnel? Maybe, a little? Yeah, just a big burly whatever it is inside of this, probably a 12-cylinder, 10 or 8, or I don't know. Look at this thing. Again, I don't think this was a review, but I have fun doing these videos. I love looking at these cars, and some of these are slept on. I hope that Grand Theft Auto goes back somehow to an era where it's not about incinerating people with Patriot missiles. I hope we can get back to the point where you could drive past people and do drive-bys in this without being blown up. That's the Grand Theft Auto I remember. Anyway, this is the Windsor drop. Great looking car. Very, very rich looking. I thought the old ones, didn't they have headlights that flipped? Maybe I'm going crazy, but I thought they did. I thought they had headlights that flipped. Yeah. Just a nice looking vehicle.